This is Hammer Down, and I am Sledge. I am my own hero. Here we bring our comment section to life. Come take a journey with me as I ask fan questions and get fan opinions. If you haven't yet, go ahead and sledge all three of those like, share, and subscribe buttons as I crank up these questions.
Here at the start finish line of Atlanta. Buddy here, he was in Chicago last week. What did you think about Chicago against EG? Oh, that was awesome. You come out there and kick ass. The names that kick ass was great. They were amazing. Track out there, but go. Yeah, I've seen Chase that thing. Oh, yeah. Definitely. I've been in New Hampshire. I've been there once. I got a test there back in the lake back there. 7-degree banking. It ain't much at all, man. Of course, I'm okay. Jay! Regular. Yeah, that's what it's looking like, unless Chase, unless Chase all of a sudden pulls 2 wins out of this and bringing up their wins all of a sudden, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's looking like Byron. Let's run a little podcast session here, man. You got any questions? No, really, I've seen you in NASCAR. You go to Chicago, try to go to every race. I would love to try to go to every race with NASCAR. What's the big league right here? There goes. That's one of my other shit thing is with this. I talked to Clock right today. He got on, let him know who I was, and Kenny Wall. All right. I talked to him a little bit, right. Gave him a high five. He was doing some autographing, give him a card. I interviewed a lot of fans. I interviewed Johnny E, Chevy guy. Oh, yeah. We know he was here. Yeah, Johnny. Okay. He's the one who does all the interviews for Chevy. That's Chevrolet in the hall right here. I see how you didn't go wrong. But that's about it. Hey, what else you got? I don't know, man. Where you going from here? I will be in Darby. That's a track I ain't been to. Really? Yeah, I ain't been to Darby. That's a good one. It's a small town, but I love it. The track. Pretty good atmosphere. What time was it? First weekend, it's going to be the Southern 500. Oh, okay. So I'll be there. Yeah. I'm going to do my best. Okay. Sorry. I'd like to be in Dega as well. That's right, my next one. I'll be there. I'd like to catch the Bristol race. I'm not sure if I'll make it. I'd like to catch the Texas race. Nobody really likes Texas because it's kind of a home track for me as well as here. Right, I like that. And I think that everybody says they can beat it over. So, yeah, the drivers need it. But me, interesting for a drive. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to be dope. I'm got me from Talladega. Yeah? Yeah, you know. It's Vegas. Yeah, this is my first Vegas race. Right. And I'm so excited.
Back to Atlanta for a moment. One point that I failed to mention here was the fact that drivers were having trouble finding the groove up top. As I was listening over the radio, spotters were informing the drivers that the dirty air was indeed dragging the cars down in the exterior lane. The drivers were asking the spotters, how do they make the outside lane work? I thought to myself, how is that even a question? Then I thought, how did they practice? They turned Atlanta into a super speedway, but they're not practicing like a super speedway. Now, I'm not saying pack race the whole practice, but there could be a pack going down the backstretch while there's one going across the tri-oval. Or heck, just set it up like they do Dega and Daytona. I'm sure they'll watch my channel and find some great idea or another and try and make it their own. But it'll fail because they didn't include me. I do have a vision for the future. Alright, back to my conversation with my good buddy Cleek here.
I'm going to go for the playoff race this year, and I think I'm ready. Kyle Busch I think that's going to be his ticket. That's his home track. I mean, right. Every turn, you know. I think that's going to be the one that punches the knee on. I like Kyle. I ain't got nothing against Kyle. I ain't got nothing against him. I mean, he bitches, man, but what brings car with you bitches and then put your car right? You know what I mean? This is a perfect little deal. I'm going to get this in here. I listened to him Anyway, so I learned a lot. And then now, like, I learned that I think if you can get him, his teammates, and his crew chief on the same page, they'd be unstoppable. Yeah. I think the top 5 tonight proved that because he actually ended up making a point early. I wouldn't do that. And I think he might have pulled off top 3.
Right.
However, so I did predict the Nemechek win. My picks for this race, Kowalski, they did really good. Right, they did really good. But I did not pick Byron winning. So, but they didn't finish. Alright, I did pick Nemechek to win. Alright, this is my only NASCAR buddy that I can get to show up. I ran into some keyboard warriors this week. So the deal is I commented on Hamburger with Joey Logano. My comments were read like this: I said, "Hamburger, that's what he turned the whole field into. Rewatch that mess. No one in NASCAR should be smiling. I'm going to say this from seeing this. A ton of NASCAR fans would say NASCAR was born on an oval, should stay on an oval. Oh man, I was optimistic about this, but NASCAR, it's obvious that NASCAR might want to leave the street racing alone. All our guys got our tail kicked, outbraked, out-apexed, and outwitted, humbly kicked their tail. I know someone is going to say, oh, he's a champion from New Zealand. Well, looks like he'd be multiple consecutive champion in NASCAR, especially if it's a spare parts car, like I'm seeing in these comments here. And one guy commented and said, maybe this is why you have 200 followers, 200 subscribers. Well, I'm okay with having 200 subscribers as long as they are following the Lord. If that's, I really don't want anybody that's gonna have a bunch of negativity, and I'm gonna say that. So if you like me, you can subscribe to me, but please get right with your higher power. That's all I'm asking. So, and as far as a casino, I had a comment saying a casino here in Atlanta, they're going to put one over here in turn 3. I come from how do you feel about a casino here?
Oh, that's cool, man. Kansas has got one in turn 2, and it's pretty badass. You can sit right there in the casino and watch the race.
All right. So, as far as the atmosphere around here, and the atmosphere that I come from, a casino is not really what you want here, especially when you have 30-something odd signs right up the road here of nothing but attorneys. You're gonna have more of that.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
I will say that from coming from a little Vegas. How about that? All right, Days of Thunder 2. How do you feel about that?
I ain't heard nothing about it.
I'm hearing about it. I actually wrote a screenplay for it. I'm an actor, and everybody knows this that follows. I'm an actor out of Atlanta. So I wrote a screenplay for it 2 years ago. So, and then I said, no, I better not do it. But now all they have to do is use AI. So it's really, really easy.
Right.
And you just punch it in, and that's all that they do. How do you feel about that?
Well, Days of Thunder?
Yeah, 2.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be interesting. I'd like to know who is it gonna be Tom Cruise?
Yeah.
Okay, and Rowdy, and yeah, I can't wait to see that. I ain't heard that. That's the first I heard of it right here.
If you like me doing my weekly picks, I'll keep doing them, but I gotta get some likes going on there until my podcast is up and running. All right, but until then, I'm gonna keep my energy going towards my auditions, my writing, and my Yellowstone vids, okay? So, as well as working out. So my picks, Harvick, Briscoe, and Rolla for SHR, of course. I'm going to say, because they did so good, but Briscoe. I'm going to say Briscoe, and I'm going to run it with Reddick. Reddick's going to come out for Toyota and do something. As far as Chevy, you got 3 killers, man. And I'm thinking we might see a pinata smash like next. So? I think he's running good at Martinsville. Martinsville was a good flat track.
Right.
So I'm thinking that Suarez might come out and
smash him a pinata next week. But other than that, Larson's going to rebound. Okay? Larson's got to rebound from this.
Mm-hmm. Got to.
And I'm going to say Kyle Busch, watch out for him. He runs good every week. He did a top 5. What did he do last week? He was a top 5 last week.
Chicago, yep.
And then he came back from all the way back at the pack in Nashville and got him a top 10. So, and that was a pretty flat track too. And he won worldwide.
That was that one, yeah.
Man, I'm telling you, Kyle Busch is on fire. And if he can get that crew chief and AD, if he can get AD on board, he's going to come alive, man. And if they can get the things ticking towards the playoffs, he's going to come alive. He's going to get him a win per round, I think.
It'll be interesting.
I'm not gonna be a Kyle Busch hater. I used to be. He just had so much Candyman in him, I guess. I don't know. He's a hell of a driver, man. He is. But she converted, actually. Chase shied away from her on an autograph, and she converted to a Kyle Busch fan.
Hey, that's easy to do with fans, man. You know, we stand in line all day long and beat this heat and rain and everything else. You got the drivers walk right on past you and not even give you an autograph. I mean, come on. You know, if it wasn't for us, they wouldn't be racing.
That's where
all the sponsors and all that. You know, everybody makes everybody go around.
That's kind of the idea behind the whole top 40 of drivers. I'd like to see where he stacks up now. Right. I'd like to see where all of them stack up now that everything flipped. But thank you for the interview, brother.
Bringing this to you and all positivity. Soon we'll bring this to you from all the tracks. Until then, keep sledging. Keep putting the hammer down on those like, share, and subscribe buttons.